I know the Ravens have had some injuries to that defense. So what are you seeing out of them? What are you seeing from some of those guys forced to play?
The last
Forced
part?
to play because of the injuries.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. It's something that happens in the league from time to time. It's a dangerous game. Guys get hurt, but typical Ravens defense. I mean, nothing hasn't changed. They like to play a lot of zone versus base. Um, just got to go out there and play our game. Um, go out there and execute our assignments, and go 1-0 this week.
How do you avoid not taking it for granted that they're without their starting safety, without their starting cornerback?
Uh, I think at this point, we're all too mature to fall for something like that. It's an NFL game. It didn't even cross my mind until you said something like that. It doesn't. It's not something that we think about.
Amari, you guys showed last week you bounce back. So how do you keep that momentum?
You said bombs back?
Bounce back.
Oh, a bounce back. Oh, uh,
So how do you keep that momentum?
same thing. I mean, same mentality. It doesn't change. We've already flushed that victory. My mindset is just going 1-0 this week. That's it.
How important was it for the offense and Deshaun to get some of those easy completions early? Kind of the short throws, then to open things up for the rest of the passing game.
Yeah, I mean that's generally how you get into the flow of the game. As it pertains to the passing game, you want to try to complete the easy passes first, both for the quarterback and the receiver, just to get that rhythm going. Once I get the ball in my hands on like an easy catch, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to light it up, and I assume it's the same from the quarterback position as well.
How important do you think, what would it be like for you guys to be able to go into the bye week at, 3-1 and kind of on a roll?
I mean, it'll be utterly important because that's our goal is to win. 3-1 sounds and looks a lot better than 2-2, so it's very important.
Does number 24 stand out when you're watching film with the Ravens? Jadavian?
Yeah, he always stands out. Actually, he's a great player. I know last year was my first year playing with him. He didn't play every game, but every time he played, I noticed him out there 100%.
He kind of left here on bad terms. Does that linger at all?
You think in what way? In our locker room, or?
Yeah, for you guys.
I mean, he's not. He's no longer a part of the team, so I don't really see how it can have a lingering effect. And him leaving on bad terms, that's subjective. That's something you said, not me. So I don't see it, no.
That was probably the best game you've had with Deshaun. How far has your connection kind of come since he first got here, do you think?
I was interested how much communication could help with the wide receiver quarterback relationship. We just communicate. We're not shying away from even over communicating because we're just trying to get better and make plays for the team. And for that to happen, we definitely need to have chemistry. So it's getting better and better every week.
What kind of communication goes on? Is it more than I'm open, look for me?
Nah, nah. Nah, it's more so just talking through every route that's in the game plan, making sure we both see it the same way, and if we see it differently, then we communicate about that. That's mainly what it is.
You're talking about during the week mostly.
During the weekend on the sideline, yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about the empty backfield sets. How does Kevin Stefanski was talking about how he feels like that actually helps the passing game. So it's one of the key components of the pass game. What is your view on those empty sets, and do they help when you guys are trying to throw the football?
Yeah, for sure. They help in a variety of ways. I think from the quarterback position, when everything is spread out like that, he's able to see the defense better. Also, when we do some movements out of empty, he's able to understand what coverage they're running and things like that. So it definitely helps.
Amari, Deshaun last week praised your communication with him in last week's game. How have you just grown your communication style just over the last few years?
It's just different. I play with a few different quarterbacks, so it's different with different guys. It all depends on what we both need from each other, really. with Deshaun, obviously it's a different case because kind of been on and off with our chemistry. Not in terms of what's going on the field, but in terms of the time he's got here. Him not playing games and then him coming back, me being hurt. So we never really got that opportunity to just go full speed together that much. So that's why the communication has to be heightened between the two of us.
When you do that during the game, Amari, I mean, what is that like? Do you have to do it quickly, or when you're on the sideline, you have those conversations?
You said when we adapt during the game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again, that's also something that's circumstantial. I played, again with a lot of different quarterbacks, a lot of different coaches. The thing about Coach Stefanski, if I tell him that I see something, he's gonna enact that, immediately, and that's a good thing. And I try not to come to him with something that's, BS, for lack of a better word. If I see something and I know it's gonna work, and I'm gonna tell him, and every time I've done that, he's called it. So, yeah.
Are these games with the Ravens and your defenders any more physical than any other games that you played in? I don't think Marlon's playing this game, but it just seems like it gets really physical between you two teams.
I mean, yeah, it's a division game, so all division games generally are more physical for some reason. With the Ravens in particular, I know they always put a lot of money in their defensive linemen, and they have some really physical and fast, agile, and dominant linebackers. So from that standpoint, it is physical. And in terms of the defensive backs, I'm not sure if Marlon is playing or not, but he's really physical, and he's a really good player as well. So yeah.
What do you see when you look at this Baltimore defense?
What do I see? I see a really good defense. I see a really good overall team, So we really have to bring our A game this week.
What specifically stands out to you in the second?
They have great linebackers. They have a great D line. I believe some of their DBs are a little nicked, so we'll see if they play. But like I said, overall good team.
How encouraging was that performance from the passing game Sunday, and you feel like you guys can really build on that?
I think it was very encouraging, but mind you, I was here during camp, so I've seen the great things that we can do. So I think it was just a good start, and we have a lot left to prove.
Every week is a physical week, I understand. But, this stretch that you're in, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Baltimore, after the bye, San Francisco, teams that seem to be even more physical than the average NFL team. Just, do you feel that? Do you feel like a difference in the physicality of a game when you play certain teams like a Baltimore and a Pittsburgh?
I feel nothing. I feel like, this is the NFL. It's a physical sport, and that's that. So, yeah.
It's going to be like seeing a couple of former teammates. I don't know if Odell will play, but Odell and then Jadeveon.
Clowney, yeah. It's going to be exciting, It's always interesting seeing guys that, that were former teammates, and then we go against them. So it's awesome. It's awesome. I hope Odell plays. I hope Clowney, I hope we get to get after it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Is anything different because both of them kind of left in not the maybe best circumstances?
What are you asking?
Is it different? Like, is there any kind of different emotions because?
I mean, Odell's my brother. You know what I mean? We've been through a lot together. Clowney. No, it's business at the end of the day. He decided to go there, and that was what was best for him. So, kudos to them. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have a lot of fun on Sunday.
Do you feel there's kind of a breakout game coming for you?
I hope so, huh?
Numbers wise.
Yeah. I mean, honestly speaking, at the end of the day, as long as we just keep winning, keep rolling, I'm happy. Whatever the team needs from me is what I'm willing to do.
It just seems like that's been untapped part of the offense through 3 games.
I guess we'll find out soon.
Have you been being asked to do more sort of in pass protection and things like that with, DeJuan starting on one side and kind of helping him out?
Asked more? I don't think so. I think, we just have certain game plans for each game, and they work, I really feel like we haven't even touched the surface, like scratched the surface, because we have so much potential on offense, how much more defense, being rated number 1. So, like I said, we have a really good team right now. We have a really good thing going on. and we got to just keep rolling.
You're starting to move up the franchise record books catches by a tight end. Is that something that you pay attention to, and is that something that's meaningful to you?
I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, I feel like the numbers I need to work on, but yeah, it's nice to see that, and I think I have a long way to go.
Tony asked you about a breakout game for you. Is it difficult not to think, hey, when am I going to get my turn?
When I see them W's keep coming, it ain't difficult to do anything. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Is that something you had to learn though, to sort of just be patient and wait for your time to come and kind of be happy for that team's success first?
Learn. I feel like it's so instilled. Obviously, everybody wants to be successful. Everyone wants to make the game-winning play. But at the end of the day, it takes all of us each play to be successful together. So, like I said, them W's keep coming. I'm happy.
When you say that you have more to work on, what does that mean?
Everything. I mean, you saw me fumble week 2, so obviously nothing's perfect yet. So, yeah, just perfecting my craft day in and day out, working on what I can do better.
David, what do you think when you look at the numbers that the defense has put up through 30
Dogs out there, man. They're very intimidating. They have a really good thing going on, great momentum, great chemistry. So it just makes the offense, really proud and happy to see them come together and make great plays.
Does it feel like it takes pressure off the offense because you're probably not going to need to score a bunch of points?
To be honest, me personally, I love pressure. I love it. So I feel like it pushes us to work that much harder to show that we're also a force to be reckoned with. And that's how great teams come by competing against each other, trusting each other, and becoming great together.
Has that been an ongoing theme throughout your career, loving pressure, wanting to get up against?
Man, I tell you, yeah, I think so. I think just throughout my whole time playing football since high school, college, everything, I've always loved that atmosphere of being uncomfortable and everything. So, yeah.
When you look at the other sideline and see Mark Andrews and Pro Bowl tight end, what do you take from his game and what makes him so good?
He's a beast. He's a beast. He ain't just good. He's a beast. I feel like it's his mentality of just fighting every play to do whatever he can. So, yeah, he's an awesome player. He's crazy too, by the way. Personally, he's crazy.
TC McCartney told us last time we talked to him that he tells you that if you're covered, you're doing something wrong. Does he tell you that? And when he does say that to you, is that kind of?
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, we take great pride in everything that involves being a tight end, and that includes route running, blocking. But to talk about route running, yeah, if someone covers me or anybody else in the tight end room, it's not acceptable. We take great pride in becoming open, being that open valve for Deshaun to if anything hits goes left, to trust in us that we're somewhere open somewhere. So
Since Kevin got here, this team's 18-9 at home. Do you feel that home field advantage finally starting to materialize for you guys? And just what does having a packed house going nuts do
oh
for
my
you guys?
God, the energy is second to none. The dog pound brings it every time. I've been here for 7 years. I've seen the ups and downs. And just seeing them, always supporting, it means the world to us.
Hey, David, is it any different blocking for Jerome Ford than it was for me? I don't know, how's it?
Is it like, what do you mean, like different?
Well,
Like,
I mean, is it different at all? I mean, I don't know if you block the same, is there different type of runners or what? I'm just wondering.
Nick and I, obviously, as you probably know, we're very close, so it was really tough for me to see him go down like that. But I would say it's not really different. At the end of the day, I feel like blocking is more of a mentality thing. You got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then you're not going to do it. And it's just that simple, really. So, no, it's not really different. I wish we still had him. Unfortunately, things happen, and that's that. So, Jerome's it is.